On YouTube. Weird, man. Oh, I gotta unmute the music. There we go. Now I got some Space Church music. As I finished setting up for the stream, because I just got home, man. I just got home, and yeah, we're at in our lives. Okay, I got the stream open. Plug my headset, and let's see. Oh man, I gotta totally put some bags and boards together because I have, gosh, how many comic books do I just have sitting on my desk? I got this stack. Got this stack. Then I got a bunch of more comics just sitting up right over here. I'm not even going to try to put them in this space. I don't know that there's enough room there. I've got like 40 comic books just sitting on my desk. I got to bag these things up. Arlena's tragic. No one ever said beauty tragic. Alright, let's get the books for this out here. Long little book. I didn't actually buy that much this week. Kind of weird. Yeah, I got that going. That going. Everything is going. It's going even. Which, I guess when you want to get going, pretty good. Those of you that are out there, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a great Wednesday night. Gosh. Go. Go. Kardashians, only DARKSEID. When you gotta fight those Jedi, right? Alright, I'll set. Don't need that. Okay. Now maybe I'm ready. We've been going for like 5 minutes or something here, and ain't nothing happened. Ain't nothing happened. The breaks sometimes. I can't see the chat. Okay, now I should be able to see it. But I don't cough too much. I've been coughing all evening. Not really sure why. Okay, do this thing. I actually went to Popeyes, not Chick-fil-A. Uh-huh, I know, I'm a rebel. A loner, even. I just saw an ad for, they had like wild honey mustard or something, which turns out it's just honey mustard with cayenne pepper in it. But it was still pretty good, so no complaints. Anyway. Let's look at what I got in this stack here. Back to that. 50-cent bin stuff, because for some reason I seem to like to do that first. Got this. It was actually looked a little risque inside. I didn't take too close of a look, but it's very, very 80s indie, and I kind of like the way that looked. And chunky, it's maybe not so great, but if the story's pretty good, it won't matter. Not really sure what it's about. I guess I'll find out when I read it. I mean, we got a lot of like people getting shot here, which is kind of cool. Look at that hair. Man, I miss when people used to have like great hair. You look at hairstyles today and it's all like, I'm going to shave half of my head. Kind of ugly. Having a beautiful flowing mane, that like the amount of maintenance it takes to take care of that proves that somebody of dedication. Not sure what it's about. The people get shot. This is a number 0, so that means you know it has to be worth something, right? Phantom Force, published by Genesis West. Never heard of them. Never heard of this. At least I don't think I did. About half of the interior is drawn by Jack Kirby. And the cover is inked by Jim Lee. Jack Kirby. Oh man, that's brutal. This came out like right around the time. Yeah. They would have printed this like, started printing it like the day after he passed. That's a shame. This is some very crazy looking late era Jack Kirby stuff here, man. Those Kirby dots. The Kirby dots. Yeah, see, when I saw this book, I knew I had to pick it up. I kind of expect to be disappointed by it, but I also expect to see lots of really crazy stuff Who knows what's going on? You claim you know what's going on. I don't think you do. Hey, there's CNN on TV today. Could have guessed. Not really sure what this book's about, but there's some cool looking stuff in here. Really, I'm just kind of hoping to flip through it. Lots of interesting things, and maybe it falls apart when I read it. I think I had another one of these, why I picked this up. I certainly remember having something else from Lightning that had crazy, like, human food stuff going on in it. When I opened it up, I recognized the art style. So hey, maybe I've just read a very similar book from a same artist or something. I don't know. It was free. Of a brutal fist fight. Look at this, man. 2-page spread. Got the bow in the middle, so it kind of ruins the effect. Very 90s. Oh boy, I'm a big roller. Free. Fall 2019 preview. Valiant Comics. Featuring Rai, Roku. Got some Bloodshot. I don't think anybody's gonna like. I'm not gonna get in trouble for this on, right? Hate those kids. Ah! Like sitting around having a drink, little kid robot. Meanwhile, look at Rai over here, looking super bad. What is he even doing? Rai is trying to become a man of peace. Now it's a path of violence. Nature of our quest to destroy, so violence is inherently part of it. Rai is sworn to extinguish the threat of father. He's sacrificed New Japan to do it. That wasn't. Father survived. Rai is stricken by guilt of all that life lost for nothing. Does the threat remain? I'm already sold on this, by the way. Fallen World was dopeness. Could have been better than dope. I'm just looking to find the credits page or something. Yeah, it's still written by Dan Abnett. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking that one up. Look at the creative teams. Not reading that. Not reading that. Reading that. I recognize those names. I can't believe this thing got like all bent up in the bag when I was walking it home. This is never going to be a CGC 10. Visitor starts with an explosion. That's kind of an exciting way to start a book. Vision, visitor, whatever. And that's all we see of it. Explosion. Roku got a red head. She walking. And she's got Medusa powers. I don't actually know this character. I don't think. Okay, moving on. Actually getting to things I paid for now. Could have possibly guessed. I paid for some comics today. And I got like 4 $0 books. Right here. Granted, one of them's an ad, but come on. Come on. Free. How can you beat free? Answer is, of course, can't beat free. Give me just a second. I'm gonna come over here and just kind of check. I was looking at my sound levels and they looked a little low, but my sound settings are all fine. Weird. Everything looks okay. I don't know why we're having that. Anyway, I totally don't know why I threw the Kardashians in the name of the streaming purpose. You gotta clickbait to get people on YouTube. Like, the way anybody progresses. Hour. Hold on, I need to pull up my Twitter. quick because there's something I wanted to show while I was at the comic book store. I have to look at that. Comic Perch just posted something I want to check out. Own Twitter here. I know I'm not showing my screen. I'll remedy that in. Let's see. Wow, turns out that picture's kind of terrible. Let me go over to show my monitor. Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you just try to snap a picture real fast. There it is. I saw 3 of these 100-page giants in there. There was the Batman one, the DC Villains, the Flash one. So that's 3 out of the... how many were there this month? Like 7? It was ridiculous. They exist, and they're in comic books, so you should, if you want to, find them. Pretty cool. Oh, that, because I'm trying not to show, like, doxing somebody or anything like that. Okay, here we go. Invented to be eye candy, but given bitter candy. Nope, 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 nope. Who? Nope. This is dumb. She was like a horror character. 70s. Not eye candy. She was invented so nobody else could grab this copyright. She was invented to be eye. And if you look at her old costumes, her really old costume is anything but like eye candy. Alias, I don't think that's eye candy at all. Literal Who. And okay, maybe you got a fair point on Black Cat. She-Hulk was way more fun when She-Hulk was about parodying things, making fun of stuff, as opposed to... the mic just too far from my mouth? Is that why the volume was low? Maybe. Let me try that again. As opposed to... Hey, there we go. The sound levels were way better. That's all it was. Gwynpool here, who's... whatever. This is terrible. This is garbage. Oh, look at this. Perch helpfully follows up with Jessica Jones and her quote, eye candy. Bruh. Although I don't know why Jessica Jones actually exists. Because Marvel had another detective character. Name I'm suddenly blanking on. Oh, Dakota? Something like that. I don't remember. They totally had a detective character in the 80s. I got a couple of the books. Or, by a couple, I mean I have at least one of the books. So, whatever. Whatever, Gwynpool. Whoever wrote this, you should just be fired. That's an opinion. And it's also a hyperbola. Not an actual statement of fact. Anything like that. Alright, well, we're back to comic books that are actually physically present on my desk. Isn't that amazing? I think that's amazing. Yeah, I totally fixed the microphone. It was just a little too far away. Because, see, I just peeked. I just barely got into the red zone, which is where I want to be. Give me just a second. I'm going to drink of my sparkling beverage of choice. And we'll dig into... looks like Justice League Odyssey is up first. Typical. I started coughing, which is exactly where you don't want to be trying to stream. I don't know. We're just we're having some difficulties, I guess. But we got Justice League Odyssey here. This is a deceased variant cover. In fact, when I first picked this up, I thought it was a deceased issue. I was like, what? You got a deceased issue about Darkseid? Isn't he already dead? Like, that's what I thought was going on. And then I looked down and I saw Justice League Odyssey. So we got the people that escaped. Who's his back? Got Cody Rhodes wrestling his brother over here. That was actually a really good match. There was a lot of blood. I remember I watched that with my nephew, and that might have been the first time he'd ever watched wrestling. So that a heck of an example for him. Wow. They wrecked a bunch of alien dudes, the ones that were attacking him at the end of the last issue. Oh yeah, fly away with an explosion in the background. I'm sold. I'm sold. Oh, that is a dope panel. That's Darkseid's sepulcher thing that's locking that section of the universe away into its own separate universe. They're flying right towards it. That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. Sepulcher is continuing to accelerate. I don't understand its motive power. And I don't understand how you sail up a region of space and move it and all the worlds it contains anywhere. Maximum thrust will not intercept Sepulcher until 4 hours after it's passed beyond the universe's edge. Yikes! Like we're going in. Inside the universe. Rules, remember? And let Sepulcher out of our sight. Well, how are you going to get out of the universe? Oh man, are they going into, what did DC call it? That let, Captain Atom, like, go over to, like, the Wildstorm universe or whatever back in the day? Like, the Bleed? Is that where they're going? They're going to the Bleed? Like, cool. This is crazy science adventure. Not exactly what I signed up for when I got on this Justice League Odyssey train, because I literally just got on this train for Mr. Cedric's art. And he did, like, 3 issues or something. The total bait and switch, and I will never forgive DC Comics editorial for doing that to me. But this is pretty cool. Plus, the writer back then was not Dan Abnett. It was some other guy. And it wasn't nearly as fun as the writing now. Dan Abnett has, like, just made this book a charm. There was a couple really rough issues there, like 5 and 6, I think. Dope. I look forward to actually sitting down, reading this son of a gun. And what a pointless variant cover. Alright, you ready for another book I actually paid for this week? Look, it's a $1 reprint. I haven't read this one. What's going on? These are like, those AIM goons? Goon? With Mano team. When Sudafis is Brian Braddock rubs his Samuel, he transforms into Captain Britain. So this is from Captain Britain 8 through 10. Is this just published in like short stories? Like the backup feature or something? That's sure what it looks like. The demon dreams of Dr. Sin. Monster spawned by, okay, and then as I destroyed the girl's mind, so shall I now destroy yours. Remember that refugee from Intelli 2 City said about imaginary monsters? This fireball is real enough. I must get Betsy out of here. Oh, that's ooh, zam, zam. Almost zam. You're too numb to run. I'll have to stand and fight. Your legs are too numb to run. How are you gonna fight, dude? That didn't want to fold over. Next, Dagger of the Mind, because we're gonna steal titles from Star Trek episodes. Okay, cool. Looks like that might be kind of fun. I'm not super familiar with Captain Britain as a character, so getting the chance to read about Captain Britain might be kind of fun. You know? Also, I just want to point out, we're like 20 minutes into the stream, and I am keeping to the title of the stream. There are no Kardashians here. The Darkseid. Well, I guess Darkseid could be like the lead Kardashian or something, you know, the one that spawned the rest. I really wanted to like save this for a time when I was talking about a Star Trek comic that had Kardashians in it. That would have been funny, but we don't live in the world where I had that opportunity yet. Maybe one day, like when IDW doesn't have the Star Trek license anymore. All right, what do we got? We had a Watchmen reprint for $1, issue number 1. I own the trade paperback of this, so I've seen all this already, but if you haven't sat down to read this book, you know, Watchmen, maybe you watched the movie and you went, oh, I didn't like it, and you're starting to quibble because Zack Snyder's directorial stuff or whatever. I get it. You're wrong, but I get it. But what I want you to do, pick up this book, $1 reprint, open it up and read it. And if you think you like it, great. Totally go buy the trade paperback. It should only be like 15 bucks or something. I think mine was like 10 when I bought it, but that was also like 20 years ago. And inflation is brutal. I was just looking at this order slip from my store. I don't know that I'm gonna actually fill it out and hand it in, but at least it's gonna tell me some stuff I might want to tell a man to put in for me. Really? I didn't even look at this one. We're really reprinting Days of Future Past again? Hasn't this already been reprinted multiple times? Am I the only one? Wait. Uncanny X-Men Pyro? This is about Pyro? How? Sorry, I mean, yeah, he's in the book, but it's no more about Pyro than anybody else. It's really... Kitty Pryde. I don't really understand why it's named the way it is. Anyway, just like the Watchmen thing, this is really an ad to go buy the Days of Future Past thing. You know, I remember some of these True Believer books weren't just advertisements. They were just like, here's a cool story, have a reprint of it. And that was cool. Now it seems like all of them are basically just like, hey, go buy the trade. Although probably the weirdest one that they've put out, weirdest one of these $1 reprints, the Infinity Gauntlet number 4, that reprint. You know, we're just going to reprint a random chunk out of the middle of battle, as opposed to showing, you know, I understand they kind of timed it to go with like Infinity War. I think it was Infinity War. But still felt weird to just get this random out of place fight scene. Back to that graveyard. Talk about a depressing walk. In Grim. Can ensure that the nightmare never happens. You know, I really liked the 90s X-Men's cartoons take on Days of the Future Past. I thought that was a pretty dope approach to it. Because they'd already introduced time travel with... I think that came before the episode where Cable came back. Then they revisited that one later with Bishop, right? Or do I have it backwards? Cable? Yeah, Cable came back to try to stop Apocalypse, and then they had another one where Bishop came back to stop Cable from stopping them from stopping Apocalypse. Or maybe I got it the other way around. I don't remember, but that was some pretty dope stuff. Especially for a kid's cartoon in the 90s. Come on, dude. Like, serious, you know? Anyway, let's take a look at Livewire. This is the last book I bought. I didn't buy that many books. I bought 5 books, and 3 of them cost $1. I got 3 books for free. And there was a free previews thing that I took. I was just, microphone. It seems like it doesn't want to stay in place. Alright. Very cool cover. I gotta give it that. I really appreciate this cover. This gets to the heart of the character and her powers. And it's got this art I don't really care for on the interior. This looks promising, though. We got some kind of, like, ballroom murder scene. I'm down with that. It's kind of cool. You know, once she starts using her powers, the art doesn't bother me so much. It's just when the art's depicting, like, normal people standing around talking or whatever that the art kind of bothers me. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm going to keep my hopes up for this. You know? The book got really good. It was okay, and it got really good, and then it kind of dunked itself headfirst and swirly, right? And maybe this is going to start digging it back out, because this looks like a cool fight scene where she's using her powers to save a bunch of lives. She's actually acting like a hero. Just something she hasn't acted like in a while in her own book. Fingers crossed. Crossed. And that's it. That's all I got this week. Like, it's not really that much stuff. Goes over a little bit like that. So I'm just trying to arrange my books artistically here. Actually, let's push that up. You just really see that X-Men. We got some other stuff over here. Oh, I should put Watchmen on the bottom. Let's make that happen. Kind of like right at the edge of the frame. Yeah, so you just Watchmen. See Darkseid's head. Great, because you think of Darkseid, that's the thing you think of is his head. Nowhere to put these books, but just pretend that they're somewhere on top here. Complete with crazy Jack Kirby art. A whole book of crazy Jack Kirby art. Forward to it. The end. I think I'm going to let you go, though. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I got to do a quick video, because it's not something I want to discuss on the stream, but I feel like I need to address it. I hope to see you next time. Oh, hold on. We were going to look at the pre-order slip first. Anything I want to get in here? Let's see. Wonder Woman, Dead Earth, Dark Knight Returns, Golden Child, New Year Evil. Well, that's a great name. It's your Uncle Joker. I'm suddenly out. No, maybe not, but I'll have to look at that book before I buy it. Suicide Squad, nah. Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Judas Contract, meh. Low Woods, what? Shudder to think PA has been on fire for years. The coal mines beneath. There's a real place that does this. Why'd you rename it? That actually could be kind of interesting. I don't know who these people are, but the Low Woods. I'm not going to commit to it by. I'll use that pen. No, I don't. That's not a good pen. And neither's this one, but we'll use this pen instead. This one's comic related as opposed to a boring pilot pen. Low Woods. Affected Deathbringer. Back to the Commissioner. Harley Quinn, Villain of the Year. You're the villain, Ocean Master. You're the villain, Color Risen. Suddenly not into this at all. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 8 facsimile. I'm not getting that. DC Giants. Catwoman, Supergirl, World's Finest. Maybe I need to start buying these my comic shop instead of getting them at Walmart. I'd rather not give Walmart money. Shadow of the Batgirl, Andrew Kane. Okay, Zatanna and the House Secrets kids graphic novel. It tells Once Upon a Crime DC kids graphic novel. Okay, so that's not really stuff I'm too interested in. Marvel. Incoming, one shot. Okay. Conan, Serpent War, Doctor Strange. Seeing names I don't want to buy books from. I could go for like maybe this, but I'm not going to because I'm not into the Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's cool, but I'm not paying for it. I'll read other people's copies. Nice thing about knowing people, books. Like, hey man, can I read your book? Hey man, can I read your book? And they let you read their book. Huh. Annihilation, Scourge. Oh, is this the new event? That's stupid. Why are you bringing Annihilation back? Eternals, Secrets of Marvel Universe one shot. Christmas material from What If, whatever. Oh, that's to promote the Eternals movie. Is that actually coming out soon? Indie Comics, Red Mother. It's not doing anything for me. Alien vs. Predator, Thicker Than Blood. My shop man might already have signed me up for that one without telling me. Like, you know, you bought that one Alien series, and I've just permanently signed you up for every freaking Alien book since, or afterwards. Which is funny because this last one, the one before, man, Alien 3, that was a masterpiece. But last two, not hardly. Oh, Macabre, I don't know what that is. The name doesn't really catch my interest. Mighty Donovan, Skull Digger, From the World of Black Hammer, Age of Thor's by Dan Abnett. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bond. Vita Ayala. Isn't that the person writing Livewire? My Livewire went to? Yeah, Vita Ayala. Oh man. Tell me, is this book's gonna go from terrible to okay to terrible again? Dying is easy. That doesn't sound interesting. Gillock, Narcos. That's about the TV show. Wellington. Supernatural thriller that shines light on the mysteries of monsters lurking in the shadows. Meet the old Duke of Wellington. Okay, I'm not interested anymore. 20XX. Sims, small percentage of the population with Italian form games survive, but division breeds more division. And okay, stopped caring. Hardcore Reloaded. Once hardcore tech was used to nation. Now that takes out in the wild. No, how is Agent Drake? Oh, that's probably Valiant. That was his image. Okay. Oh, because the Valiant guys are hardcore, like military. Gotcha. Old Guard, Force Multiplied. This and sound interesting. Maybe it should be. Mark Millar, Netflix. Okay, it's Sherlock, Scandal in Belgravia. I read that last miniseries and it just seemed to end. Wasn't that interesting? Hey, but there's finally a Valiant book down here. Visitor. Yeah, so I think out of all this stuff, the only thing I'm really for sure thinking about seriously is Age of Thor's. Because Dan Abnett's writing it. I do like me some Dan Abnett. It's been a quiet chat. It's been a quiet chat tonight. That's okay. Chat doesn't have to be crazy busy. I had fun. Hope you all had fun hanging out with me. Have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. And thank you. Looks like my viewer count, I've had a few viewers off and on hanging out with me. I really appreciate all the time you spend with me. And I sure hope to see you again next time. Till then, what they say. Bye-bye.